I just got sent an article by one of the Facebook group members, and guess what? I sold my Ford shares immediately. I mean, within 60 seconds. This shit is insane. I cannot believe what I'm hearing from Ford. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Sorry to bring you the bad news, but boy, oh boy, is this bad news. This is a look really deep inside into the crooked soul of Ford, which truly is not only crooked, it's mentally insane. And you know what? Normally, I'm very positive. I see so many good things happening at Ford and General Motors, so many good things. GM, for example, just released some information about their heat pump for their new Silverado EV, and boy, is that impressive. But honestly, this latest news has to ring some very serious alarm bells. And if you own Ford stock, well, I'm not going to tell you to sell it, but I will tell you the truth. I just sold my shares. Ford has made a huge push into the electric vehicle market, they say. That said, while Ford's electric vehicle sales right now are pretty abysmal, really, to be fair, there are very, very niche small-scale electric car manufacturers in China that no one has ever heard of that sell twice as many EVs per week than Ford does right now. By the end of this year, that won't change. Even with Ford's F-150 electric vehicle production going into full swing, that still won't change because they're ramping up as well. John Savona, Ford's Vice President of Americas Manufacturing, says the company plans to continue internal combustion engine production through 2040, whatever that means. Does that mean they're ending in 2040 or after 2040? No one knows. Who knows? Other than the boffins, the morons making these decisions. Ford says that while the transition to all-electric cars is likely to come faster than anticipated, electric heavy-duty trucks are a whole different story. Although the Ford Motor Company says that they're aggressively pushing into the electric vehicle market, the Detroit-based automaker has zero plans to give up on internal combustion engine production for at least the next couple of decades. According to Windsor Star, who spoke with John Dagnolo, the president of Uni4 Local 200, which leads workers at Ford's Windsor, Ontario, Canada engine plant, the production of combustion engines will continue through 2040. In other words, they're actually saying after 2040, they're still going to be making internal combustion engines. Dagnolo said he recently spoke with the Ford Vice President of America's Manufacturing, John Savona, and Vice President of Labor Affairs, Kevin Legal, about future plans for its Canadian operations. They determined that there will be a need for combustion engines despite the company's electric vehicle rollout. Quote, "There's still a long way from getting out of the combustion side when it comes to trucks. They don't see until 2040 before they get out of the combustion side of it. Right now, I looked at their plans over the next 3 years, and it's steady at both sites, Essex engine, Annex engine. I was quite happy with that," Dagnolo said. Dagnolo admitted he was anxious before meeting with Ford execs because of the latest rollout of the Ford F-150 Lightning pickup truck. Here's my point, right? People working on the internal combustion engine vehicles are anxious. They're even saying it themselves. He noted the transition to EVs will come quicker than anticipated. The US has a 2035 deadline for all new car and light truck sales to be electric. But heavy-duty pickup trucks won't fall under the ban. I don't think they'll be able to transition out of that too quickly, Dagnolo said. So the notion that all combustion engines are going away in a decade is malarkey, says Ford. Even Mercedes-AMG will be sticking with its superfast V8 engine throughout the decade. Will they? Yeah. Okay. Whatever you want to say, Ford. Righto. Meanwhile, the US has encountered a significant problem, says oilprice.com, in the green transition. It requires a lot of industrial metals for battery making, something the US currently lacks and has to rely on from other countries, primarily China. China's dominance in battery production could be considered a national threat, say US politicians. It could take years for the US to bring online mining and refining facilities for the metals and battery plants. There's even a warning of a forthcoming shortage of battery supplies, which I spoke about. By the way, Rivian's CEO RJ Scaringe said it will make the chip shortage look like a minuscule event in context to the enormous battery supply shortage which will come soon. I'm not so sure about that, but check out my video on that in the description below. Now, oilprice.com says this: Ford's Windsor engine plant has the right idea. Keep producing combustion engines because the green transition will not be as seamless as everyone is told to believe. So, what do I have to say about this? Well, Ford are mental. If they really think that in 2040 and beyond, people would like to purchase, basically people are going to go and say, yeah, you know what? I can have an iPhone 27 or I can have a Nokia 3310, right? Remember those pieces of crap phones from back in 2003, 2002, whenever the hell they were out? Ford is saying people would prefer to buy one of those versus this, right? But not only that, the thing is the commercial industry, it's reliant on efficiency, right? If it costs you, say, $1,000 to complete a trip in your internal combustion engine truck or whatever the hell it is, pickup, whatever, commercial vehicle, and it costs you $100 to do that trip in the latest super high energy efficiency commercial vehicle, then it costs you 10% to do that trip versus your competition. There is zero chance that anyone in any industry will want an internal combustion engine vehicle in 2040. Just imagine the energy density of LFP batteries by 2040. It's going to be at least 400 watts per kilo. At least. The cost of batteries will have come down enormously. Look at the cost of batteries. Look at the battery decline in cost over the last 40 years. It's astronomical when you look at the watts per kilo per dollar. Same things happen with solar. Same things happen with wind. Ford is telling its employees a load of horseshit, or it actually thinks it's going to keep doing this, right? It actually thinks it's going to keep making profits and keep its staff working, building internal combustion engine vehicles. And either way, both of those scenarios are disastrous. Number one, it's lying to its staff. Or number two, it legitimately believes it won't have to write off hundreds of millions of dollars worth of factory production robotics, factory lines, staff who are trained. All that training took money. Yes, Ford will have to write it off. There's nothing they can do, even if they're currently delusional about reality. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.